Iran. You're going to see it here in just a second. And also, his message to the U.S. is, wake up. We are in war. We need to eliminate our enemies. And that is exactly what Israel is doing. This is, wake up. We are in war. We need to eliminate our enemies. And that is exactly what Israel is doing.
All right, Shalom. This is Howard 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha'arakah Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Fair use. That was just a quick clip of a podcaster that I saw speaking about, the war updates. Now, the thing that caught my ear was he was yelling out, Netanyahu has been saying it for the past few weeks, trying to pull America into this war. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get something real quick to show you. All right. As we heard in the news recently, Israel took out most, if not all, I think it was all of them, the Hezbollah leaders, man. And then when they tried to replace these leaders, when they thought to replace the leaders that they already eliminated, Israel took them out too. And that's where you had the cell phones blowing up, the pagers blowing up, right? But they just took out this guy here, Hassan Nasrallah, whatever. He was the Secretary General of Hezbollah. All right, it's over in Lebanon. Now, it's rumored that Israel has started a ground invasion into Lebanon. This is going to take the war to a whole nother scale, man. All right, let me get something real quick. This is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, man. How are we hearing about the wars and rumors of wars? Not through the daily newspaper. Now we're hearing about the wars through the internet, the unicorn, through YouTube videos, through media. All right, it's all over. That's why the Lord set up watchers to watch and warn our people of the prophecies. All right, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. See, the Lord told us to be not troubled, because at the end of the day, He said, "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh." So He told us to not be troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, a lot of these people are going to be panicking when they see the talks of World War III. You're going to have high unaliving rates, right? People living in fear. You got a lot of these podcasters that's pushing fear and anxiety. All right, it says what? But we're going to hear of wars, and there's wars breaking out all over the world. Russia, Ukraine. You even got talks of Seoul preparing for war over in China. You got South Korea, North Korea, Turkey talking about getting involved. You got Iran, Israel, Yemen, Israel, Lebanon, Israel, Hamas over in Gaza. Sheesh. So we're hearing about the wars and the rumors of wars between people like Iran and Israel, which is part of their plan. All right, we know about the Albert Pike plan, where he said what? Let me get that real quick. All right, so let's check this out. Let's read this a little bit, man. Get some understanding and history on this whole Albert Pike and Giuseppe Mazzini. All right. Now, it says the Illuminati plan for 3 world wars, allegedly. All right. This was their plan. They're saying they didn't. It said that they didn't go with these plans, but we're seeing these plans play out in real life. All right. The following, it says the Illuminati plan for 3 world wars, allegedly. August 15th, 1871. The following is a letter that speculation claimed that Albert Pike wrote to Giuseppe Mazzini in 1871, following a conspiracy involving 3 world wars that were planned in an attempt to take over the world, allegedly. The Pike letter, you know, the Illuminati don't want to take over the world. They just got a new world order for no reason. That's what it is. The Pike letter to Giuseppe Mazzini was on display in the British Museum Library. That's how you know it's legit. In London until 1977. This letter has been claimed by many internet sites to reside in the British Library in London, which denies the letter exists. Giuseppe Mazzini was an Italian revolutionary leader of the mid-1800s, as well as the director of the Illuminati, right? Albert Pike, historical Masonic figure, was a 33rd degree demonic ass Freemason, occultist, Grand Master, and creator of the Southern jurisdiction of Masonic Scottish Rite Order. Sheesh. The following are apparent extracts from the letter, showing how 3 world wars have been allegedly planned for many generations, man. Ain't that something? All right, so we know. All right, so we know there's going to be, according to prophecy, 3 world wars. All right. Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, man. All these are the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning. So we see more mass and major diverse earthquakes in different places and pestilences. You know, that's when the name Bill Gates starts to pop up. Bill Gates. Famines. Look at this, port strikes. All right. This can cause an economic breakdown. You have later this month 159 countries with the BRICS nations are allegedly moving to a new currency form of payment. So it's wars and rumors of wars, but these are just the beginning of it. All right, so these things are going to happen. Revelations 9:12, one woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. So it's prophesied, man. All right, the First World War was from what, 1914 to 1918. All right, but one woe is past, and there's going to come 2 more woes thereafter, meaning World War I, World War II, and the last one is going to be World War III. If the Most High wanted it to be so, there will be World War IV, but it's only World War III. All right, so, and we know in the book of Revelations, these things were revealed to John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos by Yahweh Shai through his angels. Yahweh Shai was able to break the seals and loose the prophecies, loose the judgments, and tell us about the prophecies, man. All right, so let's get this real quick. Revelation 18 and 12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened, meaning throughout the whole day, or a portion of the day and night, the sun and the moon are going to be dark. All right, from what? And the stars, that's from what? Nuclear fallout. All right. All the smoke that's going to be in the air is going to block out the sun and the moon, the radiation. And it says what? And part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise, man. So if it's dark, a portion of the day when it should be at its brightest moment, like at 12 noon, and early in the morning, and then at nighttime it's still going to be dark. So 24/7. All right, portion of the day, most of the day. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the three angels which are yet to sound, man. That goes into what? All right, Revelation 11 and 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake. And what's going to cause them earthquakes? Those ICBM missiles, because that's how this World War III is going to be fought, with missiles, tactical missiles, ballistic missiles, nuclear missiles. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, man. And the level of war that man has reached, especially Esau, can destroy whole countries now and cities. All right. And the 10th part of the city fell, meaning the portion of America is going to fall first. All right. Well, the 10th part represents the 10 FEMA zones here in America. All right. So basically, all of America is going to be swept with the besom of destruction. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, meaning an innumerable number of people are going to be slain. All right, but it's the number that the Most High has set for this place to be slain. All right, he said, the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right, by fire and by his sword shall he plead with all flesh. And the remnant were affrighted, so the elect are going to be startled, man, shocked by these missiles. But they're going to be taken up into the chariots and delivered from the destruction. And glory, and gave glory to the God of heaven. So that means through this destruction, and nuclear fallout and everything, the elect are going to be in the midst of it, but they're going to make it through it to be able to give glory to the God of heaven. Man, so the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, man. Because in the midst of third World War III, we're not going to want to be on this earth. All right, once the missiles start flying, we would rather be in them chariots than be down here. All right, there ain't gonna be nowhere to hide, man. Especially here in America, we're gonna need salvation. So the third woe is coming quickly. It's moving fast. All right, so the Lord told us these devils' plans 2,000 years ago. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. So the ones that get taken up into the chariots to give glory to the God of heaven, those are the ones that should be rejoicing right now. And ye that dwell in them, all right? And those that are on the earth that have their conversations in heaven, you know, to the elect that's going to be taken up into the chariots, they're going to rejoice. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, man. The ones that are set to be in that innumerable number it's going to be destroyed in this place. So woe, meaning war or destruction, to the inhabitants of the earth, the World War III, and of the seal. What? So like an end of the sea. It's like an L. I would say something don't look right. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, Esau, is come down unto you having great wrath, man. See? The Illuminati pushing their agenda, World War III, depopulation, having great wrath, pushing their blessing, the sword, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, so they're going to be trying to move quick. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan, the adversary, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. So we're not ignorant of their plans and imaginations, their new world order, the World War III plans they got. All right? Because most of these wars were funded by, allegedly, the Illuminati. I'll say those banking elites. Let's read about their third World War plan that they allegedly didn't choose to go with. The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences, taking advantage, exploiting those differences. Who we know is good at that? Esau, man. They be exploiting the differences amongst Jake here too. Amongst these gangs, they did it with the tribes of the Gadites. They exploit the differences between the two, even in our household with the man and wife. So they're exploiting and taking advantage of the differences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the political Zionists, not, they got the whatever, I'm not going to get into that, but y'all know the difference. The political Zionists is the establishment. The political Zionists is the one pushing that war over there right now. All right, the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. What do we see going on right now over there in the Middle East? The different a battle between the political Zionists, Netanyahu and them, and the leaders of the Islamic world. Who's one of the main leaders of the Islamic world? Iran, Lebanon, Yemen, Syria. All right, so between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world, the war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, so not just Iran, but the whole, that's why the Ayatollah of Iran, whom they're allegedly targeting next, he put out a statement today, told them to launch these strikes on Israel in response to the elimination of all the Hezbollah leaders over in Lebanon. And they said, I forgot his name, man. Anyway, the leader of Iran, the Ayatollah, he's calling for all the Muslim Brotherhood, the Muslim Arabic world to stick together and fight against the political Zionists. So it's happening. And so must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, Ishmael and them, Elam, right? And political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. What are we watching, man? They're mutually destroying it. Well, Iran about to get busy, but we're seeing like almost mutual attacks on each other. It's like a tit for tat. That's what we're seeing. You know? It says, meanwhile, the other nations, more divided on this issue, which we're seeing all the nations are divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. So they're going to be constrained to fight because of the entanglement between the leaders of the Arabic world and the political Zionists. What scripture should come to mind? They're going to be constrained to fight. This is Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he have taken against Babylon, America, right? And his purposes, that he had purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, all right? The land that's controlled and manipulated by these elite bankers, Illuminati. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. That's why Israel is saying things like this right here. All right, because that dude is an agent, Netanyahu, man. It says Biden administration fears Iranian attack and is working with Israel on defenses, the U.S. officials say, man. So Israel, the U.S. or Babylon, I'll say, is basically set up and setting up to protect Israel from Iranian attack. We know that attack kind of started off yesterday. With Iran shot almost 200 alleged, I think 150 or something like that, ballistic missiles into Israel, all right? And they were protected partially by the U.S. and the Iron Dome system, and they got, what do they call that? The Shepherd's Sling, David Sling, something like that. So, but they use all these things. It's like basically hitting one bullet with another bullet. That's what they use it's called the Iron Dome, to stop all those missiles. So it says, this is from President Biden. This morning, Vice President and I convened our national security team to discuss Iranian plans to launch an imminent missile attack against Israel, which they did. They went along with it. They did it. We discussed how the United States is prepared to help Israel defend against these attacks and protect American personnel in the region. So who's protecting Israel right now? Who's protecting the bully? America's protecting Israel. Right, so what was Netanyahu's response to that? Iran made a big mistake tonight, and it will pay for it, man. But Iran just put out a statement and said, "Yo, a crushing blow will be sent to Israel if they respond to this retaliation." All right. Iran made a big mistake tonight, and it will pay for it. I believe they're going to target the Ayatollah now, the leader. From what I've heard through research is that he's in hiding right now. All right. Israelis Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said earlier nearly 200 million, I'm thinking about the scripture. Nearly 200 missiles were launched into Israel from Iran. All right, so they're about to go back and forth. See, it says as the Hezbollah confirmed unaliving of its chief, all right, Iran has tightened their security around their supreme leader, the Ayatollah. It says here, Iran's supreme leader has been moved to a safe location. Look at that. All right, so they're going after the leaders, man. Israel took out all of the Hezbollah leaders, man. Took out Hamas as well. So now they're trying to get Iran's leader. Right? They took out a few Iranian generals already. So it's just like that game chess, which was created by Elam, or those Iranians. It used to be called Chaturanga, four-sided chessboard. But during that game, originally it was the king that went all over the board, and they would try to capture the king. You know what I mean? But later on, during the times of England, a little bit before that, they changed it. Elam did. They changed it to the queen or whatever, right? So they're going after the king. All right. So now let's keep going. All right. So they took out all of them. Look at all these people. All of them. So this one right here is scriptural. It says, "Hey, Western world." This is from Israel or Netanyahu. "Hey, Western leaders," talking about America and Europe, NATO. "This is war. You must eliminate your enemies." So that's them trying to what? This is Jeremiah 50 and 45. "Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he have taken against Babylon." So that's the whole focus, to pull Babylon into this war. That's the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for America to enter this war and Russia to enter this war against each other in NATO. All right. It says, "This is the counsel that the Lord has taken against this place, and his purpose that he has purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely, at the land of America, which those elite bankers established." All right. "Surely the least of the flock, Israel, the least of these major countries of Edom, ruled by Edom, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them," man. Whew, so Netanyahu like, "Yeah, burn with us." So they're gonna be desolate, and this place, America, is gonna be desolate with that land over there. All right. So at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. So the same thing that's happening to these other heathen nations where they're getting destroyed, that destruction is going to return on this place. All right, so back to this plan that they're doing, allegedly. It says, it says, "Meanwhile, the other nations," so they're planning for them to mutually destroy each other. "Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion." So they want these least nations to draw out the bigger nations like America and Russia, China, and get them to exhaust all their resources and economy so that these elites can try to rule in the new world order. All right. "We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists," man. What are we seeing all over the internet and over the media? Atheism. All right. People that disrespect righteousness. "And we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, economic collapse, right? Dollar crash, cataclysm, man. Which, in all its horror, it's going to be horrifying. This place is a nightmare. The American dream going to become a nightmare, or already is. This horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, the effect of not believing in God. Shoo, gonna bring nothing but destruction. Origin of savagery and of the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization. So that's what they want. They basically want a world cataclysm, World War III, everybody to destroy each other. In the end, they want them to not worship Yahweh or believe in God, but then they want to give them an idol and call that God. So they want them to believe in who these 33rd degree Masons believe in, the spiritual demon Satan. That's what they want. All right, it's like a lot of these entertainers, they turn into the devil, or to the spiritual demon Satan. They turn into idols. Okay, starting with their atheistic beliefs, which leads them into finding the devil, and they're gonna get destroyed because of that. So this plan is coming to fruition. Hey, Western leaders, this is war. You must eliminate your enemies. This is a call from Israelis to America to join the war and start destroying instead of defending. Like, come on, let's fight. See that? Agents. That's right. He said, this is war. Prepare war. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. All right, even amongst America. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. See that? All these nations are going to be converging on the Middle East to join in on that war. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong. So as all those nations are converging into the Middle East for that war, and into even around Ukraine, around Russia, as the bully is approaching, Iran and them are saying they're stronger. They're building up their technology and their missile defenses and their missile technology, and they're saying they're stronger. They're getting protection from Russia. All right. So, all right, it goes to the ICBM missiles. And that's the whole thing. They don't want Iran to reach nuclear enrichment and to have those ICBMs, but they're going to have them. When the time is right, they're going to have them if they don't have them already. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. All right, so instead of investing all their finances into infrastructure and agriculture, they putting their finances into war and military and missiles. That's the spears. All right, something that's pointy and that can destroy an instrument that can be thrown like a missile or projectile. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Because in the midst once this war really kicks off over there, we should expect to start seeing them angels come down, because that's who's going to control the war, the angels. Revelation chapter 7. Let the heathen be awakened. All right, so wake up. That's what they're saying to America. Wake up. Get ready for war. So let the heathen be awakened, man, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Yahweh Shaphat. Over there in the Middle East. Originally around the valley of Kidron. But this war is going to be a regional war. Not only in the Middle East, but also around Eurasia as well. All right, around Russia. The valley of Yahweh Shaphat, meaning Yahweh's judgment. This is where he's going to judge all their armies at and send his angels down in the midst of it. And Yahweh Shah is going to show up too. 2 Ezra 13. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So when we see that war really kick off, we should know that Yahweh is in the midst, judging them. Seeing who's going to make it through it and who's going to get destroyed over there. Put ye in the sickle. All right, because who judges all the wars or even your boxing matches? The Most High does, man. Even if you flip a coin, who controls that? What side's going to land on? The Most High does. So what side is going to win or get destroyed? All right, and the Most High is going to control that battle. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle. The sickle represents a skith or something you would pick up or dig up harvest with, all right, when you're ready to pluck up your harvest. For the harvest is ripe, okay? Get you down, for the press is full. The wine press is ready for the Lord to start crushing grapes and destroying. And the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. That's enough. So, the Lord wanted the power for the fire great. He wanted it to be a big war so Yahweh Shai could step into it and calm the fire and bring in righteousness. All right, he wanted it to be full darkness so the Lord could bring in that light. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. Come on, man, that day is near. All right, so yeah, that day is close, man. Multitudes will be drawn over there to the valley of decision in ships, in tanks, ground invasions, missiles, shooting missiles on each other over there, testing each other's defenses. A battle to see who can defend each other better. Can America defend Israel versus Russia defending Iran? Locking them into an entanglement to draw the bigger countries into a direct war, which is according to prophecy. So yeah, hey, Western leaders, this is war. You must eliminate your enemies. So they're calling them out. They're drawing America into this war. So that's right. I'm gonna end it there, man. But they're saying, wake up the mighty men. All the men of war draw near. All right, so I'm gonna end it there and say shalom. See you on the next one.